I'm not prepared at all. Have I knocked that camera? Must have done. One, that's the Twitch UI. Hold on. I was attempting to get my box down from the shelf, and that was an escapade. Let me just fix this scene. There we go. Ah, the bot's working. Who's in? Nix is in. R2's in. Fred's in. Zero's in. I can't do any commands in chat myself. Eh? A bit glass. No, don't. I need to get rid of that. But I think it will show. It's supposed to show follow. Thingies. What's it called? Subs and stuff. But, who knows? We're not pro YouTubers. There's not much left of it. Go and get a beer or something. So why is this out? Well, this was on the shelf when I was getting a box down. So I thought, I'll get that out. We'll put our dreadnoughts out and see how they all look together. So we'll do that first. How are we all? This is why I need a bloody cabinet, because these just get bloody thin. Nothing worse than when you put like a gloss on a model and then it sits on a shelf gathering dust, and that dust embedding itself into the paint.
Hey there, buddy, are you doing alright? I'm doing great as a matter of fact. I'm on the road. Yeah.
Anybody else going to be joining me doing some hobbying tonight? Oh, most definitely. Hold on. Like I said, I wasn't ready. I don't know what happens if, like, the YouTube timer runs out before you start. There we go. Yeah, with the microphone in the right place, the music at the correct level, things make more sense. You wouldn't think I'd been doing this for 3 years. So that's one guy. Put him, he can live there. He's got a name, he's called Tease. We've got this one who needs a base, we're going to be basing him this week. As well as the Contemptor when we finish that guy. So at some point this week I'll need to see whether I've got any... Oh, I can just use plaster, can't I? Use plaster will do. There's these two. Put them stood there if you can stand up without being too drunk. I've also got... Now the librarian needs a name. I want to redo that force weapon as well. That force weapon's shit. Oh, your arm's loose. Yeah, that sucks. I've got that pike. Redo that. That can go there. The extent of the insanity is those three boys. Obviously, there's him as well. And joining them will be the Contemptor. Murder boxes. We have 2 more to do after this, but we're going to be taking a break from Dreadnoughts, at least until we do one other thing. We have another one of these to do, but with the jump pack on, and then we have the fancy lad, the other one of these with all the trim and stuff. The Blood Angel, one of those. Let me put that there while I. But we've not just done these overnight, we've been doing these for must have been a couple of years now. It's not particularly quick. This is one of the first models I ever bought, this Dreadnought. I'll say ever bought, that's not strictly true. One of the first models I bought since I got back into the hobby. He was going to originally be an Ultramarine, then I saw some sense. I did have 2 of this Furiosa kit to do, but I cannibalised one so I could give this guy the arms, because he had arms, but they were really weedy. So we're going to be doing some we'll be doing some Tau stuff after we finish this and base these 2. We are going to be doing some Tau stuff. Won't you fall over? You going to stay up there? It'll never be any good in a game. I don't think it's even strictly legal. But I like Dreadnoughts. So tonight we're doing 2 things. First, we're going to open the Tau box, see what's inside. Maybe build something. And we've also got some more work on that engine we started last week to do. An Ultramarine, you can sit back there. Got this, it's dusty because this was sat on top of the box. This is the one of the Riptides, say one of them, we do have 2. There's some troops in the bottom of the box, and there's also Commander in the box. And a Forge World Tau in the box. So that's going to be the base. Not obviously, it's not going to have all this stuff on it, but that's going to be the pose. Don't even know whether this is the correct base for it. I don't care. I like it. So we'll put that there.
Take my hand. Make a stand to expand.
Easy if I just bring it towards me rather than attempting to reach over. Cold Star instructions. That's Commander. Some Forge World instructions. Some Fire Warriors instructions. Jesus, we've got... That must be the top with that guy. That goes with him. We've got Commander with one arm. This guy who's going to be definitely getting repainted. because that's not the colour scheme we're going for. This one will need painted. It's primed. Don't know what that sprue is. Oh, that sprue. Oh, that sprue. Oh, that sprue. That sprue. Also got another pricey suit. We've got an arm. Must be for that riptide. To go with that shield. And a gun. Some more sprue bits. Then 3 egg boys. These are, I think they're stealth suits. And they're in there. He's the Forge World. Riptide thing. And there's other bits of it here. There's a shitload of drones in the bottom of this bag. And then these must be the other parts of the Forge World one. Hiding right at the bottom. Some more sprues, which must be the Fire Warrior sprues. Oh, and there's an arm, the other arm for the commander. So where do we begin? What do we think? This thing is all sub-assembled. That's basically ready for paint, I think. So that can... that can definitely go to one side. I'm not painting that tonight. We'll probably be starting painting that once we've done our test scheme. Narrowing down the test scheme somewhat. And that goes on there. Little hole to fill in there. A little bit of filling to do inside here as well. On the whole, it's a lot cooler than the standard Riptide. Doesn't have a jump pack though. He has to walk everywhere. We'll check the commander. It's an aerial commander by the looks of it from what I was building. I didn't know what I was doing. Just put it together. Pretty much the themes. Hello, man. So that's pretty much built. Did I put those? Oh, I'll put them that way on purpose. Just like they maneuver. Got his sword on the side. I'd like to get some more commanders actually. The eggs are funny. They're quite large, these egg Tau actually. I think they're going to be quite small. Like that's a Tau in a stealth suit, right? There's a Primaris. So they're quite chunky. I thought these looked absolutely terrible at first. I was like, they look shit. But they definitely do grow on you. There's lots of people that do like a... Oh, I've got a box full of towel. I missed the most of it. Riptides. Forge World Riptides. Commanders. There's these really old ones I've had. I was going to do them all as Transformers at one stage. So this was Soundwave. This one was going to be Starscream. No idea what I was doing with this one. But yeah, it's 3 Crisis Battlesuits. Yeah, these are quite cool. Once you get past the initial shock of they look crazy, they're alright. So a lot of people do a lot of the stealth units, like with that sort of electric ribbon across them, and then they do half the body however you're doing the base. But it's so overdone and it just looks a bit daft. The best sort of mid stealth effect, because a lot of people do it on like Alpha Legion and stuff, where they'll do half Alpha Legion, half another Legion, with like a special magic-y sort of tech camouflage. But I'm not going to do that. The cool ones I've seen is there are some recasters that actually sell these in clear resin, so then you can have them half clear, then do your magical line across the separator, and then just paint a bit of it so it looks like it's in mid-transform. But I'm thinking, I've had a lot of thought about how I'm going to do the Tau, and I was left with 2 main choices. One was to go like urban greys with orange, because I want to go for orange. I don't want to do any more red. Okay, so the first idea was I was actually going to do them like Far Sight, which is all red. And I thought, I can't do another red army. I had Red Knights, I've got Blood Angels, Admech are all red. It's not happening, I'm not doing another red army. Which is why the Tau stopped being a thing. Because I couldn't, work out what colour I wanted to do. So, option 1 is going to be lots of greys with orange. So predominantly some cold greys, that's actually a violet grey, so that would do. Cold greys with some orange highlight. This is a mecha colour orange. I wanted to test it to see what it was like. It's extremely bright. It's not very opaque. I do have some other oranges on the way I wanted to test. So, Scheme 1 options is greys with a bit of orange. Like lines or maybe the odd shoulder on a helmet or something. Option 2, we don't have any greys on it. And it's all dark army greens, like almost like a Sherman olive drab. So we do like an olive drab. All the soft armour, like the undersuits, because there's a lot of undersuits on Tau. Like, look at these pictures. So where the black is on here, that would be obviously the undersuit. So I can either do the white, all olive green, and the black could either be black, or it could be like black camo, so all black but with like grey squiggle lines across it. Or the other option is The other option is we do all the panels the dark green, solid dark green. And then the black would be like either European NATO camo, or we do it like Flecktarn. Because the interesting thing about Tau is that you don't need to unify all the schemes together, as long as the sept sigils are the same. And as mine are all going to be orange, these are red. Mine are going to be like this orange tied together. You could, in theory, mix and match solid dark green to camo patterns of dark green, and keep all the undercoats like a black. For example, let's say these have all got solid green where the white is, but on these ones, like the egg, that could be done in like a Flecktarn camo on one half and just green on the other or something, just to add a bit more interest to the army. So I'm sort of deciding that I want to go for a really nice dark weathered green. I've got some examples that I've found. Let's see. So many pictures. And you should have pinned this picture. Days worth of things to look at. Oh, nearly there. If I open that up. Griffey, hello. Can I put this one on? Is this going to work? Yeah, so something like this is what I'm thinking. Maybe with a little bit of orange. Other suggestions have been a bit like that, with maybe some winter whitewash on. That's the sort of look I think we're going to go for. So, I do have questions. Mostly being, what the hell is all this? Running over stuff on my chair. Like I said, first half we'll do a bit of building, second half I'm going to work on that engine we were on with last time. First question is, what's the difference between these guys and these guys? Anybody know? See if the instruction book was any good. It's quite a good instruction book, looking at it. What's 15 quid? How are you doing? These look like really cool models. No, they're the same. They're the same. Then what's like? You can make two different things. I don't know whether the Fire Warriors or the Breachers are the way to go. Carbines versus rifles, so close combat versus more ranged. Is that what we're saying? Because you can have carbines on the strike team. Oh, on different weapon. So there's that. He's different to that. I don't like the helmets as much on the breaches. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Which look the coolest? And it's going to be these guys. The standard Fire Warrior Strike team. Okay, a couple of these boys, see how big they are. It's going to be interesting to see firsthand the size difference. So they look tiny. It's hilarious already. I can see there is a difference. For you guys who joined in late, by the way, you missed the family picture of the dreadnoughts. Get off the dreadnought. He's not for standing on. So this week on stream, Sunday, I think, we'll be basing these two. This one's still got a little bit of work to do, a little bit of weathering to do, but we're going to do the weathering on that when we tie the base into it. So tomorrow off stream, I'll probably build the bases up. So yeah, these are small boys. Anybody doing any hobbying? I'll tell you something I do like on these kits. First of all, look how packed they are. They're really, really packed. But you get lots of little cool things like little pouches and sidearms and bullety things to go with them. I think it's a really nice little touch. More little pouches. That's cool. Remember, I didn't build these because he was like, I've got no idea what I'm doing. Where's the numbers? Is it just cut all the legs off? Well, he's only got one leg. What are you working on then? Ah, there's more legs. Walk Battle Wagon and Elder Wraithguard. Should get some pictures up of your stuff in the Discord, because on Sunday nights we're gonna bring stuff up on stream. So there's things like if you want just to be shown, then just stick it in the channel. And if you want some critique, let me know and I'll give proper critique. And you got an 80 ST on the build before your VODs go offline. Ah. If there's any of those that you think might go off in time, let me know and I'll try and make them a highlight so you don't lose them. I don't know how many highlights you can have. You know, sometimes when you're just in a mood to do some building, That was one of the days today.
Today I got a call. My baby's coming home.
So I had to wake up early today because I spend a lot of time awake through the night, so I can spend time with Nix. My days shifted. I basically work nights. I had a hospital telephone appointment today, 9 o'clock. Dead to the world. That's okay because I'll get to lie in. I'll get some proper sleep. Tomorrow. Nope. Got a meeting with the business advisor person. So same again. Another 45? It's another 45. I had all these plans of stuff I was going to do. I was going to get some more practice on the vinyl cutter. Got that done today. Not any more than usual. It's just, how's it going? I'm like, COVID's going. And then they go, yeah, true. Keep doing what you're doing. And I go, yeah. And that'll be the end of it. So we'll see. But the plans are get the vinyl cutter sorted so then I can start selling stencils and providing stickers and stuff. Like today we don't have a house number on our house or a name or anything. We just never bothered. Because the village was that small and everybody else had names on their houses, so by the process of elimination you could always find out where you're going because we didn't have a name on it. However, delivery people sometimes have a problem, especially if they're new. Like we're getting Amazon deliveries now. Never used to get Amazon deliveries, always like Hermes, but it's their own thing. So we're getting phoned up, where's your house? So I thought I'll just make a nameplate for the house and just stick it on the window with the vinyl cutter. Been having trouble dialing in the depth. Because if you stick it's got like a little needle that points down and cuts the vinyl. It's too deep. It cuts into the backing. If it cuts into the backing, you have trouble peeling it off. Or it's peeling onto the transfer sheet. Pain in the ass. 3 times today I failed doing that. One time I hadn't cut through enough. So when it comes to, because it's called weeding, the process of taking out like the vinyl that's inside an O. You weed it out with a sharp knife or a point. So if you don't dig in too deep, like if you don't dig in deep enough, it's a nightmare to get those out. But if you go just a little bit too deep and you start putting like cut marks that go through the backing paper, you can't release it. So I need to just get it dialed in. It was dialed in for the one I did for the fridge. I did my mum a sticker for the fridge just so I could see how it all worked. But different vinyls are different thicknesses. And some are matte and some are shiny. What I'm practicing with at the moment is a really thick white, like outdoor vinyl. It's been a bit of a bitch to do. We'll get there. Other things I need to do. Ransack this desk, get some photographs taken, some models. Post some models. All go. And still doing the YouTube stuff as well. Not as in this stream, but the footage. We're getting there on that. I just want to do a title card now. I've done the end screen. Dud the end screen. I've done the end screen. I've done like the social things, like they come up on the screen and go whoosh with your Instagram or your Twitch link, etc. And I've done one that comes up from the bottom and has like the like, subscribe, notification, all that sort of stuff's just about done now. The intro's done. We're just going to get a title card screen sorted. Title card's important. I don't mean like the thing that goes on the browse screen where everyone looks like they're pulling faces. I'm not doing any of that shit. This is for after the intro, the title card comes up, what this episode's about. I want one of those that I can just change as I go. I know what I'm doing with it. We'll get there. Oh, and tax returns. Pain in the ass. Been doing that this week. I've got nothing to worry about with my tax return because I don't earn enough to be paying it on my yearly thing. So it's not like I have to pay any tax. I've just got to record it right. Another 42. What year is this? 2014. It's newer than I thought it was. Oh, then I've got to do the merch store again. Well, not do it again, but I've got to... What's the word? Make the new one. Because the Stream Elements merch is good. I've seen it printed. Some interesting products on there. But you end up hitting a limit. So what I'm thinking is opening up a Redbubble shop. Because I've bought t-shirts from Redbubble. I've got the my new logo t-shirt is from Redbubble. So I could test that. See whether the quality was up to scratch. It is. Cool thing about Redbubble is here there's a lot more range of products. So there's face masks, there's duffel bags, there's all sorts of cool stuff. There's pouches for I could use for paintbrushes. Some really interesting bits and bobs. Only one of them. One of those. Another 42. So you guys seem to get all the plans and ideas on the YouTube streams. No, another 40. Just a bit more intimate on the YouTube streams at the moment. We're not getting any growth at all. Like, we're not getting any subscribers because no one knows how to find a live stream on on YouTube. So why am I doing them? I don't have to be doing them on YouTube. But it's extra content. I need content to be built up onto YouTube. So do you know what it's like? If you find a decent YouTube channel, you often have a look to see what other videos are on there. And if there's content on there that people can see, hopefully then invest their time into watching. So that's the plan. A lot of... What's the word? There's a lot of faff that you have to do for things to start taking shape. Have you seen the intro that I've done? Did I show you it? I don't think it's got audio, but I can play it. Again. So it's split up. I don't know whether you heard me talk about this the other day when I was talking about them. I'm splitting my content up on YouTube into different categories of video. There's going to be 3 or 4 different things. 4 different things. So at least every week there should be at least one of these different things. So the first thing is going to be there's 2 educational videos, 1 demonstration type video, and the 4th is like a vlog. So the education ones are going to be really short videos. They're going to be called like the Level Up series. They'll be like 5 under 10 minutes ideally, to show how to do something. Like, for example, one of the very first ones is how to do checkerboards. I don't mean just paint it with a paintbrush. We're going to do easy checkerboards with an airbrush. Show you how you do those. How to do lenses quickly and effectively. I would use Tamiya Clears to do that. Stuff like that. 5-minute little videos. Second video type is going to be a deep dive. So we'll take a subject, and we're not going to do like how to paint gold, because there's a lot of that on YouTube. There's a lot of how to paint yellow easily. And my problem with these videos is, yeah, there's a lot of how-to videos, but a lot of these how-to videos fail to say why. And the why is important. Why is what you're doing? Why does that work? Why do you do it that way? Why don't you do it another way? So that's one of the things I want to do more in the deep dives. Will be, this is how I do it, and the reasons why I do it are this, and what it's used for. Because a lot of my teaching isn't just about follow these steps A, B, and C. Because yeah, you can copy what I do. You might not know why I'm doing it, and understanding why I'm doing it allows you to then put these skills in your own work. So it's important. So that's the deep dive. They might be 20 minutes, 25 minutes long, or longer if I get carried away. Third type of video is going to be a vlog, explaining where we're up to in streams, projects we're working on, things that are coming up. It might even include having a look at new paints, new releases, things to get excited for, etc. They'll only be about 10 minutes or so. There won't be a lot of those, it'll just be every so often. And the last one going to be the like I said, I do want to do build series on YouTube, but I want to do them differently. I don't want them to just be me building something and talking about it. I'd rather it was a lot more artistically shot. Maybe to just some nice calming music, shot nicely, and just seeing a model come together. Like a showcase of sorts. So you get to see my teaching in the little videos, like little techniques here and there. You get to see me do deeper subject talks, which will be coming from Patreon first. And then you'll see me, for example, imagine if you could see me, watch me painting this from start to finish without all the boring bits. Shot really nicely. Just some nice music in a 15-minute video or so. The Games Workshop models will get the clicks when it comes to Games Workshop stuff, but the main plan for YouTube is to have some Games Workshop stuff, but to focus it a lot more on the scale model side of it, because there's a huge scale model community on YouTube. They haven't sort of made the cross to Twitch. There's a couple of people that do scale model stuff, but on the whole, it's dead compared to YouTube. I'm trying to find that sweet spot between a straight up tutorial and learning channel and someone like Squidmar, who is primarily a YouTuber who does miniatures. Like, you'll not see me open 500 sealed Warhammer miniatures, because that's just chasing the YouTube algorithm. That's all that is. That is a good joke, I like that. I mean, I said it before, I'm not going to grow on Twitch doing a scale model of a Porsche. It's not going to happen. But I don't want to just do Games Workshop all the time. Paint 5,000 Space Marines until I decide to top myself. So if I do want to grow on Twitch, obviously I do, because I like the interaction with you guys. The only way I'm really going to do that is by not converting, but by getting people that watch my videos on YouTube to come across to watch some of the streams. I'm not going to make any money on YouTube for God knows how long. Yeah. Unless on the extremely rare chance something goes viral and I get 1,000 subscribers. Can't do anything yet. Got to get to 1,000 subscribers before any monetization opens up. That means advertising. That means the channel thingy, whatever it's called. The joining of the channel. Basically a subscription. Super chats. None of that opens up. Sanded through some detail here. Until you get 1,000 subscribers. And we're at what, 100 and something. It's a nightmare to try and not even bothering resubscribing it, it'll be fine. Resubscribing? Rescribing. Yeah, I want to do a varied varied content. Because there are a lot of... The good thing about YouTube is, because the videos stay there, as long as you're using your descriptions and your titles correctly, it's not like a blog or blog growth where you go to your main YouTube page and you're given some videos that YouTube thinks you'll like, or someone who you subscribe to and you see a video that they post every week. The good thing about YouTube is, I don't know about you guys, but I'm always searching for stuff on YouTube, finding videos of how to do something or on a subject I'm interested in. So if I've got, let's say I've got 50 videos, and I'm tapping into different subjects, because all these different subjects are similar enough, hopefully they'll interest many people over time, and we'll get an interesting group of people that don't really mind what it is that we're doing. Like you guys, sometimes you guys don't really care what we're doing. As long as it's not working on that bloody bus. It looks pretty clean, actually. He's clean. Hey, folks. How are you doing? we've had a look through the towel box. This week you decided to have some Twitch on while you work. You realised that you've been really spoilt watching me. Not just the quality of what you do, but the production quality. Ah, Sarah, thank you very much. Try and make it look nice and fancy. That way, even if I'm doing something really dull and boring like scraping the legs of a towel, at least it looks a bit fancy. Apart from they've got hooves, so they're more like goats or cow. Cow than towel and fish. There are a couple. Manatees don't have hooves. There are a couple of really nicely produced Twitch channels. There's a couple that are really nicely done. Rose used to say that if you guys are going to be, spending your time and in some cases money to support what I'm doing, then I won't be happy if I don't make it look as nice as it does or the audio's right. Whether that's cameras, microphones, to. Still do graphics. Do some legs in a minute. What I want to do is I'm just going to cut all these out, stick the bodies on. Then we're going to focus on one or two. I just want to see what one looks like complete next to a Primaris Marine. And then laugh. Here's a question though. On these towels, am I putting cloaks on them? Stay safe on the roads next. There's another good joke. Knocked this glue pot over earlier. Luckily I managed to catch it. It did go everywhere.
I used to have a job, but I got laid off. I used to have a wife, but she said she had enough. I used to have a car, but it got repossessed. It seemed the Lord had found someone he likes to test. I've lost all a man can lose, that's why I sing the blues. I used to have a home, it burned to the ground. I used to have
Like, I don't want millions of subscribers. Is what you tend to see. The good thing about Twitch so far has been that. Hold on, let me do this. It's all seemed very, for lack of a better word, intimate. Like if you guys want to talk to me, you can get hold of me. But what you find is when there's especially on YouTube, because they're not used to talking to people in real time. Once a channel gets to be a certain size, they back away from the community part of it. You'll see them not being in Discord channels. So I don't want to be at a stage where I have to appear offline. You know, I'm as away at the moment, but that's just because I was streaming and I forgot to turn it off. You know what I mean? And looking after a community, especially one from like a streamer to an audience, can be really tricky, because it's easy to appear as though you're only interested in people that subscribe, or you're only interested in people that help you out with donations and stuff. So it can appear to some people that it's a bit fake. The reality is it's not like that at all. Like the other Saturday when it was my stream thing, I was just over the moon that everyone turned up. Everything else was just crazy. There's like this Bullos. Talk to Bullos. Bullos, I don't think he's a sub at the moment. Was a patron. So talk to Bullos. I made my knife bluing on it, look. And the tip. Weakened it. Shouldn't have probably stuck it on the lighter. I was using it to mark a line. So I think they're all okay. Let's squidge these over here. Fuck doing drones. Hang on. Surely that page should be further along than it is. So, we're not going to be doing... We're not doing uncovered heads. They can all fuck off. Look at all this customization. That's pretty cool. Question is, I'm gonna put some cloaks on or not. Cloaks could be cool. suppose first thing to do is put some bodies on them. Are all the bodies the same? Because there's a main dude that has swords on his little backpack. And the normal guys. 9 and 9, so no, they're all the same. 10. I'm going to do drones, but I'm not building drones tonight. They're always the last. I think if I ever make an army, I'll just spend a day and paint all the drones up. Shelling peas. Yeah, seems to be a really nicely done kit. It reminds me a lot of the Adeptus Mechanicus people. The Vanguard, Skitari Vanguard. They had lots of little bits and bobs on, and they're all multi-part. Do GW still do multi-parts, or do they not anymore? I know everything's like push fit, but I don't know what the boxed intercessors and stuff are like. Might as well put all these on while we're here. We made any town. Winter. tricky, Zero. There's no way you can get yourself an airbrush or save up for one. Well, Vince, have you done any towel? Just one. Yeah, I mean, the initial investment for an airbrush, like any hobby, I suppose, is costly. Hang on, just a minute. Where's the rest of these bodies? How many pairs of legs have I got? 12 legs. You have 12 legs. So I got a shitload of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. What am I missing? Optional. Choices. So there are choices. Good. Well, I don't want too many of these Neely Downy boys. Two kneel downs. So I like those, more dynamic. Not sure I like the standy uppy ones that I seemingly have a lot of. He's alright, he's dynamic. He's alright, keeping him. Like that one. 2, 3. Music, he seems to have stopped. Well, what you do is, if you get one of the starting kits, they're about 80 quid, like an airbrush with a tank, and you get some really shitty airbrushes with those. Those shitty airbrushes will do you for laying down flat colour. As long as you clean them properly They'll do you for laying down for that colour. Then you're looking at 60 quid at some point for a half decent airbrush like the Iwata Neo. So 80 quid for your main purchase, and then when you scrabble up the time. If you don't know where to look, send me a message on Discord and I'll give you a hand in finding stuff. I should really be doing this stream on Twitch for a couple of weeks, just to see what viewers are like on a Wednesday. So I've never done a Wednesday stream, I don't think. There's no real reason, like I said, currently why I'm doing them other than to have future content. Does seem a lot. There's the three which I'm not using. Yeah, I reckon with some shopping around you could knock 100 quid off that zero. Now things make more sense. Backpacks, eh? You are different. They must be breacher backpacks. It's a little time in the whip room. What's your problems with Discord? Just always find it interesting to know why people struggle with it. He's quite nice, buddy. Those freebooters look good though. Know what they are? There are two tools which I found really helpful in this hobby. One is obviously a really good pair of snippers that act like a knife. The others being obviously the airbrush. One. Come on, please. Oh, thank you. Like cutting all these bits out with, let's say, even some of these Tamiya ones would be a nightmare. Tough to get in the little gaps. Yeah, I think next Wednesday we might try one of these on Twitch. To see who's around. What I might actually do is do it at a later time. Like I could quite easily do a 9 or a 10 o'clock start and go until maybe 1 o'clock just to see who's on. I know a lot of you guys tend to drop off around 11 when I sort of finish, and then any of the streams that I've done that have lasted a bit longer, we have a drop off. Well, it'd be interesting to see who's around. How big's your orc army? And you do know that you're never going to be done with the pile of shame. Well, these sticks that I've got, they're not very... I'm not using... I'm not using a nail file. These are a lot more severe. This is pretty smooth. So I can sand these pretty hard and not worry about damaging it. If I used this, I'd know. I thought these were going to be finer than they are. But they are quite raspy. Yeah, you're not going to get a finish with them. They're for like howking chunks of plastic off. This is from the micro mesh thingy. I need some new ones. This one's had a lot of abuse. The white dot is often caught. Well, I'm not telling exactly what it's caused from. Where's my Tamiya cutters? Let me cut a bit of normal sprue off to demonstrate. So when you've got some sprue, if you use a knife, you can get a nice straight cut. But when you're using cutters, like these Tamiya ones, actually, it's not actually cutting. You see what it's doing? It's stretching that plastic. It's pulling these bits apart. Exactly ripping it. Which is what happens when you do it. So if you get some decent cutters like these DS EIAE ones, shittest name, I don't know what they think. If you cut this, see that it's ripped out. That's as near to a cut as you're going to get. Because the single bladed, only one of these is a cutter. And it's this one here, this is the sharp. The other side is just a block. Like that's not sharp. The other side is. So when you're cutting little nubs off, these are amazing. It's like having a really strong craft knife to do the job. So I get this. More of a polishing stick than an actual cutting. And there's a little nub there. I'm fine with that. Run a nail across to find out how deep it is. She said biggest rose. Yeah, if you've not got, if you're, what's the word? If you're invested in doing scale model stuff and you spend loads of money on paints and airbrushes and stuff, get yourself some decent nippers. Like everyone goes on about God hands being like the thing. But God hands are expensive. They're too expensive. And they're pretty much the same as these. Where are we? I don't even know where the focus is. What's going on? It's still not cheap. You're looking at like 20 to 30 quid. You got for nippers. Yeah, they are. If you're serious about the hobby, tell me ones, these ones, or the other ones, because they do too. Like these aren't great. You just have to look when they're together at the break angle, and it's like 90 degrees. Is it 90 degrees? It's near enough 90 degrees. So you're always going to be putting something. Whereas these are pretty much flat. Or near enough. Two more to sand, and it's heads, I think. Nupu, if you're watching still, that's okay, I got your message. DSPIAE. And they are the PS. No, they're not. What are they? STAs. Single bladed nippers. Because there's a few different ones that do. Let me have a quick look. Costly. There you go. Something like that. Right, it's a backpack, so let's stick one on. See how they look. Oh, there's a little bloody... Of course there's a mould line on the top. I got mine from AliExpress. But like everything else from like China and Japan. good luck getting anything. Right, so he has two things on his backpack. What a fancy lad. What's he got? 60 and 61. $60. 60. The best thing about the nippers is that when you cut them, bits don't go flying everywhere. Because they're not pulling plastic apart. What's 19-0? Are you reaming numbers off? This goes where? In there? Does it now? Yes, it does. Zeroing, that sounds crazy, but I hope you're looking after yourself, even though you're working busy. Good night, take it easy. That kind of work schedule is never fun. I'm going to tilt that. Tilting it because there's danglies. 28 hours of work in 2 days. No. No. Helmets now then. Excellent. We're just going to get this one guy done, I think. But we'll see. What heads have we got? Well, he's losing his head. Yeah, they're the breaches. These are the ones we want. Stick. And he has antennas. Of course he has antennas. Why wouldn't you? Where's your antennas? There, your antennas are. Any in particular? 36. Well, these are numbered incorrectly. Yeah, different antennas. Your choice of 6. I can't hold on to this and sand it. This isn't going to work, is it? Something's going to go flying. Bonus. This tune's shit. It's over at least. I will. They are quality nippers. Where's that Primaris Moraine? It's almost a joke. Suppose we'd give him some arms, eh? Oh, this guy's quite cool, actually. The way he holds his weapon. So what I'm actually going to do is just take that head off. Because it'll depend where his arms are. The only downside about these nippers, like I say, when I'm using them, I'll often catch the flesh of my finger in there. That'll just be about the way I use them. Because they are small. Hello. I think I do. Obviously, there's no audience compared to Twitch, and the only monetization methods we have access to are direct donations, because I don't have super chats or anything. But at the moment, I'm just liking the intimacy of it. The fact that I'm not sat there worrying about why is no one coming to watch, because I know there's no one going to be coming in to watch other than people that know that I'm streaming. I mean, what have we got at the moment? 8 people? It's alright, just make sure you press the like button. I worked it out. Pulos. But yeah, if you can do a like on it, that'd be good. But next week we may be doing Wednesday on Twitch, just because I want to see what numbers are like over there, but I'm alright. 59. No, not 59. 4. All the YouTube things are all a learning curve. I said I did want to have content up on here. No, that's step 4. That's not part 4. It's there. 59. Is that you? Can't be. What is it for? Am I losing my mind? This 59 has something. He's got a data slate thing. So it's definitely not that piece. Oh, no, hang on. There's the gun. So there's got to be a hand, an empty hand somewhere, unless it's here. It's weird. It's weird. $13. Oh. Instructions. We're here. Can you see that? The Chimera paints are probably really good if you want to do a lot of limited palette mixing. You see those bits up there? So 59, which is here. That hand is holding a thing. So that's not the one we want. However, 53 here has a gun, and that 53 is there. But if we look at the top arm, which is the one I want him to use, this one, it has these options where you can put a different gun in the hand. And I assume that's 63 and 62. But where's the accompanying hand? Because it ain't this. Unless it's one of these, which are parts number 13. Do you see my problem? Because those hands would hold it. Let's have a play. We know this is part number 30. Oh, hang on. No, we're okay. Yeah, they're heavily pigmented. But again, it's entirely up to you. You got to think. Are you the sort of person that uses now, what am I trying to say? If you're painting a lot of busts and stuff, and you wanted to just use a very limited palette and mix all your own colours, then yeah, you could go that way. But if you're the sort of person that's already got hundreds of paints in different colours, they aren't going to instantly make you a better painter. Well, it's not that arm. That's for damn sure, because that's holding in a wrong position, I think. It might be. No, it's definitely not that. Back to the sprues. I suppose we could just use that and that'd be it. Let's just try that and see. Drop. I saw that happening in slow motion. Nice. No, but the Chimera paints will be really good. But they're for a certain style of painting. Like, not for doing an ultramarine army, for example. All they are like a heavy body, heavy pigmented paint. Do you know those scale colour ones you've got? Think of them like that. So we can use this gun nestled into his hip. Yeah, well, it's exactly right. It's like paintbrushes. Everyone has a favourite. But finding one isn't instantly going to make you like the next amazing painter. It's what you do with them. Like everything. Is that going to work there? You'll get to a point where your improvement. Okay, so you'll get a better painter with better materials to a point. But then your money should go into learning rather than thinking, oh, I'm a crap painter because I've only got these paints and I need this type of paint because it's a new thing. Or I need to be a better painter by getting a special wet palette. Now, once you get to a certain stage, you should be looking at developing through learning. Like, there's certain things you can't do if you don't have an airbrush. Or even some, bright inks or something. Yeah. The one shot and external res for plastic stuff's the way to go. Right, next arm, pistol, point, or it's pistols, 57. Just there. Beep beep. Who's beeping me? So we have a pistol. Look, that arm's all over the place. Also, there's a bloody mark on the top I didn't take off. Arm off. Arm on. Yeah, she's getting food. That doesn't make a great... I'd love to have had that in, but it doesn't make much sense with that arm in. So it all doesn't fit on. It looks daft if it's up there like that. This looks rubbish. So what I could do, because I know there's a spare one of those guns, he's put his other arm on and attached the other gun to the side on his thing. That's what we'll do. Where's 59 first? See if that looks any good. I always have this problem when I do a multi-part model. That's why it takes me so long to decide on a paint scheme, because I'm always changing my mind. Does anyone else have that problem? Of indecisiveness. I'm terrible for it. That's an Alan Partridge saying, if ever I heard one. So where would one of these guys keep his rifle if he wasn't holding on to it? Would it be under his backpack? Would it be down the side? The bloody thing can't go down the side because it's too big. I suppose it could go on there. What are you linking? You can sort of have that. Where's 58, the finger pointing hand? I'll check this one. Welcome back. We're still working on the same guy. So I can't make my mind up. We're going with this one. I want that rifle. And a point in the other hand. Here's another thing I could do. No, I'll do. It's in your jacket pocket like it always is. He needs his shoulder pad on. Do you have a special shoulder pad? He does have a special shoulder. Well, he has one that's not a breech shoulder pad. You need yourself some pockets. Which shoulder does it go on this side? Does he have shoulder pads on both sides? And he doesn't, but he's only got one. He's only got one. But I do like that other arm setup. How many times can you rip a tow's arm off? $51. Twice. Ah, but if you've got glue, you can just stick it back on. This is it. This is what we're doing. Better? Now we get to see how big he is compared to Primaris. Let's stick him on one of these. I got brown paint all over the bag. It's oil paint, so it's not poo. It's definitely not poo. It's not chocolate. It's brown oil paint from this. Yeah, I'm sure. Towel guy. It's like a child in comparison. Pardon? Well, no, the Militia isn't so much the fact that they're small. It's they're physically slow. They're just slow. That's the big problem they've got. Now, compared to the reflexes of a Space Marine. They're not in slow motion, but reflex-wise, they're just no good. I think we can add a special weapon onto that gun, you know. The one on this guy. An attachment 99. There's pistols all over the place. There it is. Tiny detail on it. Whatever it is. I think it can go on top of here. Maybe not on this one. Maybe you can. We'll put it on anyway. What harm can it do? He also have a little gun on the side of his leg. Was he special? How special is he? 66, 65. Oh, you could have a special one. He's the squad leader. Let's give him a special pistol. Right, Ames? Take it easy. Where's that going? On his leg? Only goes on his leg. Why are you so fiddly? So it would go on there. It would go on there better if that little mounting point wasn't there. I don't know whether that's where the thingy goes. Awkward. Where's the other spare legs? Yes, there's a little nub here. If that nub wasn't there, we'd have a better job of sticking it on the leg. Let's try one of the other ones. It's in a holster. $66. So is the bot not doing anything? Yeah, so if we take that nub off, should be able to get it on there. His pistol out. You were typing crap into what? Right, what are we on? We're on 10:30. We don't do a full night on Thursdays. Yeah, so about into your bot. Aft. So we're back on Friday. For anybody still here. Friday will be on the YouTubes. No, it won't. It'll be on the other one, the Twitches. We're going to be doing on Friday. Friday is Eddie the Robot. Saturday is the Demon. Sunday is the Dreadnoughts and the basing. So that's the plan. If you see more work on Eddie the Robot, then join us on Friday. We're going to be doing some more oil weathering on both the arms, and then probably make a start on getting the colour on the body. As soon as the body's up and sorted, I can glue the legs on, and then we'll be nearly there. For people who are in chat and who haven't yet, please do subscribe and like this video. It does help. I don't know whether next Wednesday will be on YouTube or on Twitch, but I'll let you guys know through Discord. There is the Discord link. Bot is working. Finally. Don't know whether alerts do or not. No idea. But yeah, quite like these little guys when I'm starting to work on them. They're ridiculously small, but I think they're going to be cool. Next main question for me though is, do I put a little cloak on them just over the shoulder? I'll have to wait and see. But thank you guys for spending time this evening. Before what? The cloak? Yeah, I'll do a little green stuff. We'll be alright. Remember, we did that resin engine last week. It was crazy. So yeah, see you Friday night, everybody, if you can make it. Should be fun. Nice relaxed stream over on the Twitches. Good night, everybody, and take care.